Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Super happy to see everyone here. Guys, for today's episode, I would be sharing to you some tips on how we could prolong the beauty of our babies, our luxury bags, because I would be sharing to you some horrific personal experiences of mine that led to the destruction of some of my luxury bags. Yes guys, so I'll be sharing to you what happened, what I did wrong with these bags. This is not just going to be particular with a specific luxury brand. I'll be talking more of types of leather, and also guys, I would just like to caveat this video that I am not a leather expert, so all the tips that I would be sharing to you would just be basing on my experience. So hopefully you could get some tips on how we could prolong the beauty of our luxury bags. And stay tuned at the end of the video. I'll be sharing two things with you. I would be sharing to you the status of my Chanel Queen, my Chanel Vintage patent flap bag. So I just got home. I got my Chanel bag from the bag spa, and I'll be happy to share them to you because also, if you could remember with my entire luxury bag collection, I mentioned that she is currently in bag spa and now she is home with me. I'm excited to share her to you. So guys, I'm inviting you to please watch until the end of our episode. Hi guys, Ron here, Looking Budgetarian Fashionista. I publish vlog every Wednesdays and Saturdays about lates about fashion. I do luxury shopping vlogs, hauls, and unboxings. I also do bag reviews and provide styling tips. I'm inviting you to please join our ever-growing fam. There's a cute little icon here. So please click on this one, guys, so you can easily subscribe and kindly help me reach 5,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. Also, please like and share this video. It would help the algorithm of this video. And follow me on my new Instagram account, that's at Ramirfi2, for daily updates and styling tips coming from me. Alright, so the first horror story that I would like to share to you, and this is regarding my Givenchy Antigona bag. So this is hers. Every time I would be keeping her, I'm very careful with her. So what I would be doing, just to share, is I would be, of course, dusting her. After dusting her, I would be keeping her inside the dust bag, and then of course I would be keeping her on the paper bag of Givenchy. Then of course she would be, in a room within our house. She has been in that storage area for years and years and years until I've noticed that there are some chemical reactions with the bag. I found out that the storage area that I would normally keep this bag is a little bit hot, and that is why, guys, just look at what happened with the very beautiful box calf leather. So you are going to notice like there are burns. So these marks over here, these are from the leather handle, because this is the first generation of the Givenchy Antigona, wherein the strap, the leather bag strap, is non-detachable. So the way that I would be hiding this is just like the way they would be doing inside the store. So I would be doing this like something like this, and then I would be keeping her on the dust bag. But sometimes what would happen is the strap would fall off and it would just lean at the body like this. So there was a time that, maybe it was summer and it was humid on that storage area, and when I removed the strap, it kind of peeled off. So you are going to notice that there are these marks over here. Then also on the top handle there, so I'm not sure, it already kind of melted. As you could see, there are unevenness already, even the strap. So with the strap on this part, so I just wrapped it with a cotton fabric, as you can see here, because this one, guys, has really melted. When I was carrying this one, and I carried this on a wedding, so I was carrying her as a shoulder bag like this, but the coat that I was wearing was white, and oh my god, when I have removed this, here there is black mark. So again, guys, this one, my tip for you is be careful on how you store your smooth or box calf leather. Don't store her. I think this would go to any leather bags that you have. Don't store them in very humid and hot area, just like what I did. Initially, for a couple of years, she was okay, but maybe, of course, in time, definitely the leather would melt. So this one, the story of this one, I've already checked with other bag repair shops, so I'm not sure. So there is one shop, they said that they might actually be able to restore this one. So I'm just waiting for, maybe I will be doing that after my travel in Hong Kong in couple of weeks time. But this is horrific story number one. Alright guys, so horror story number two. This is in regards to my Chanel full flap beige clear. So this is another vintage Chanel flap bag of mine. As you can see, her material is, this is my very first lambskin material. So what is the horrific horror story of my Chanel full flap vintage bag? So this one, this is actually less compared to my Givenchy Antigona. So I'm going to find a photo. So it was October 13th, guys. It was Friday the 13th, and normally I really don't believe in Friday the 13th, but I was carrying this one. So let me just show you. I'm just going to remove the chain. One moment. So of course, with flap bag, she would come with this beautiful chain here. So I was carrying her as a shoulder bag like this, and we are already inside the mall before our dinner because that was Yen's birthday. So I was carrying this. This is the only bag I have. My 2 phones, power bank, and I think she was very heavy, and we were just starting to walk our day. And guys, OMG, this one, this part over here, I think snapped, and what happened was this fell flat on the floor facing like this. And then I'm going to put the photo over here. So what happened on this part, there is like a black streak over here. My heart dropped because I thought that I damaged the leather. So I was really afraid of that part because I was thinking, oh, holy crap. That is what I was afraid of carrying this bag, because if I would be damaging this, OMG, I may not have a good Chanel bag in my collection. So luckily, I thought that, okay, I just need to live with it, that there's already a mark with my Chanel bag. But when I got home after the party, so I got a leather cleaner. So the leather cleaner, this is from Kate Spade, guys. So you could purchase it from any Kate Spade store. So I use a leather cleaner, and I use a fabric or cotton, and I just rubbed it in a circular motion, and oh my god, guys, it was magic. As you can see here, there are literally no marks. So I thought that I scraped off the leather, but maybe it's just a black mark from the floor. So there is nothing. So good as new. So I was so happy that I was able to remove this one, and of course with the chain, so easily I was able to do a fix on my own. So of course I used my pliers, and I was to just tighten the chains, and everything is good. So guys, horror story that I would like to share to you is regarding my Chanel single flap bag in patent leather. So somebody actually asked me a question when I have shared my entire Chanel bag collection, like what happened with my Chanel bag, because I think they have noticed there are whitish parts on the bag. So guys, definitely hold on to your seats, because I'll be inserting a video over here. It is actually a cringe moment for me. Even if, for example, you're going to see, if you are a lover of luxury bags or any bags for that matter, if you're going to see this, OMG, fair warning to you, you are going to really cringe on this one. So what happened with my Chanel flap? Why did the whitish substances happen? So honestly guys, I am not really sure, but I think what I did wrong with my vintage Chanel bag, because the material is patent leather, so I was hiding her the same room where I was hiding my Givenchy Antigona. So sometimes, of course, the temperature would go up, humidity would be up, everything that is worse for the bag could be inside that storage area, which is number one, that is my fault. I wasn't really careful on how I would keep my luxury bags. So aside from, not keeping or storing my Chanel flap in a very good space, what happened was, when I have actually purchased that one, I have noticed, since this is a vintage Chanel flap and the material is patent leather, I have noticed that there are already stickiness on the underneath of the flap. So that's what I've noticed. So what I would be doing actually when I have received her, because she is my first Chanel bag, is every morning I would just be wiping her off with a clean fabric every day, especially the underneath of the flap. I'm hoping actually that by wiping wiping her every day, that the stickiness would not worsen, or at least it would lessen in time. So that is one. So this is my biggest mistake with patent leather, guys. Please listen carefully. Don't put leather conditioner on your patent leather bags, no matter what the brand is. This is from my personal experience. So I wipe off the Chanel vintage bag with leather conditioner, and I was so happy because I felt that, okay, for the first time, she looks radiant, she looks very good. So of course I used her, then I would be keeping her. After a couple of days, I would be constantly checking on my Chanel bag. I have noticed those whitish, cloudish substances on the black patent leather on the underneath of the flap started to appear. So it made me so crazy, like my heart sank. I was heartbroken, so I got again my Kate leather conditioner, and of course I'll be wiping the underneath of the flap. So what I would notice after wiping, the whitish substances would be gone. So of course I would be keeping her dry before I store her on the dust bag. And I changed my storage area from upstairs to downstairs here in our house, because here downstairs where I'm filming, the temperature is so much better compared to upstairs. So I changed her. Then what I've noticed, after a couple of days after rubbing the leather conditioner, the whitish substances would appear and they are going to multiply. So again, I will be rubbing leather conditioner again, let her dry, keep her in the dust bag on a very beautiful storage area, then checking on my Chanel bag, then bam, so you're going to see this video. This is like the final straw. When I saw that happen with my Chanel bag, guys, that is where I wanted to cry. I felt crying because, oh my God, I felt I've killed my Chanel baby. So what I did was I contacted so many leather surgeons here in the Philippines. I've checked what they can do, and most of them are saying that it can no longer be repaired. The way that they could repair it is to really remove the leather part, the underneath of the flap, and change the patent leather into a brand new patent leather, which I am not happy with that solution, because I feel by changing a part of a leather that is not made by Chanel, you are going to really degrade the value of the bag. So I said no, and luckily I found a good repair spa / leather surgeon here in the Philippines. I'm going to link their description, their IG, their contact numbers on the description box below, guys. Please do check them out. So when I have contacted them in Instagram, and they said that yes, they are not going to replace the leather, the patent leather, into a new leather. So they are calling it like reglazing or something to that effect. I'm not really sure. Alright, so now I'm home. I have my Chanel vintage flap bag. So now, are you guys ready? What she looks like? This is like a reveal. 3, 2, 1. Here she is. As you are going to notice, she is now better compared to when I have sent her at the bag spa. So let me just, so as you are going to notice, with the top part, then the back part, and of course the side, there are no issues with my Chanel bag. And of course the underneath of the flap, it's only in the underneath of the flap. So let me just open to show you what she looks like. Of course, this marks over here, guys. So that is originally there when I have received this, when I have initially purchased, because again, this is a patent leather. There were like initial damages on this part. I think it's stuck on this flap over here, but that was okay with me because when I would be closing her, it doesn't really show. But the good news is, guys, what do you think? So as you are going to notice, right? So they were able to reglaze this part. This is the only damaged part of my Chanel flap. So this is still all original. So I'm not really sure, to be honest, what they meant when they're going to reglaze everything, or this part over here. So good news is they did not do anything bad with the inside. It's still perfect. The hologram sticker is intact. The hardware is still, yellow gold, because this is a vintage Chanel flap. So this is coated in 24 karat gold hardware. The straps are still perfect. Everything is perfect. That is why the amount that I paid, actually I just paid only 7,000 Philippine pesos to repair this one. Quote that I got, for example, if I would be replacing leather part, the patent leather over here, it is around 15,000 upwards. So again, I'm scared of doing any replacement with the leather, especially if it is not going to be Chanel who's going to do that, because I know the Chanel bag won't have any value. That is why, guys, I'm so happy. Please do comment down below what you think the condition of my vintage Chanel flap. If you are guys here in the Philippines, this is not a sponsored post, by the way, guys. So they did not pay me to share their info. I just said that I would be sharing their info here on my YouTube channel, because I was so happy on their customer service. Everyone is so kind. Miss Cindy is so kind. She kept me on the loop every time. She is going to send me messages on the status of my bag every time I'm going to ask her a few questions about the status. And of course, the way they have repaired there. They are the only ones here in the Philippines. I think I have contacted at least 5 leather surgeons here in the Philippines, and everyone said no except for them. So they're the only one who were able to make the pain of my Chanel flap bag go away. So again, last look over here. So if you are here in the Philippines, contact them right away. They have many different branches here in Metro Manila. Yay! There, did you enjoy our episode for today? So guys, if you have stayed until this part of this episode, kindly leave me an ambulance emoji. I would really appreciate it. Thank you! So guys, hopefully I was able to share a little bit of tips on how we could take care of our babies. We know we love them. They're very expensive, and as much as possible, we would want to take care of them, baby them, and make sure that everything must be perfect. So hopefully I was able to share a little bit experience. But guys, if you have other horror stories or other tips that perhaps you would like to share with our luxury addicted fam here, everything is welcome. So kindly leave your comments down below. It would be super appreciated by everyone here. Before we end our episode, I'm inviting you to please join our ever-growing fam. There's a cute little icon here. So please click on this one, guys, so that you can easily subscribe and be a member of our growing luxury addicted family. Please do help me reach my 5,000k subscription. Also, please do follow me on my new Instagram account. That's at Ramirfi2 for daily updates and styling tips coming from me. A million thank you guys for staying with me in today's episode. I'm going to leave a couple of videos here for you to check out. Please stay safe. I'm going to see each and every one of you soon. Bye!